So what does it mean if you have Taurus ruling the seventh house? We're going to talk real quick about what this means for your relationships, your partnerships, your clients, any kind of one-on-one relationships is ruled by, described by your seventh house. Welcome. We're talking about house rulership using whole sign, Western astrology. And the seventh house, again, this is your house of partnerships. It's the opposite of your first house, which is you showing up in the world. The seventh house is the first of the top half of the wheel. We've gone through the sixth houses, which describe you. And then the seventh through 12th houses are more about you in some way meeting the world. So the seventh house is partnerships. This includes romantic partners. It includes a life partner. It includes friendships. It can include colleague relationships, clients, any kind of one-on-one connection is described by what's going on in this house. Now, remember that house rulership is just one component of the whole story here. You're also going to have perhaps planets in this sign. There's going to be more of a story happening. So we don't ever want to reduce astrology to one thing or one characteristic. But if you have Taurus ruling the seventh house, there's going to be some way in which the energy of Taurus is important, significant to you when it comes to your relationships. You can think of Taurus as like the other, where you meet the world. With seventh house ruled by Taurus, your rising sign is Scorpio. So you bring and show up in the world as that very transformational, very intense energy. And there's a way in which the earthy, grounded sign of Taurus is going to harmonize or complement in some way through your relationships, your partnerships. Again, it can be easy to oversimplify this. This does not mean your partner is going to be a Taurus. It doesn't mean any one thing, but there's a way in which this energy is showing up and meeting you, meeting your Scorpio energy in a way that is important in your partnerships and how you meet the world. If you work with clients, you will want to consider how your clients are looking for the transformational energy of Scorpio that you bring as a Scorpio rising. So there's a way in which the Scorpio and Taurus polarities are meeting each other, are coming together, and you are the Scorpio energy in that dynamic, meeting the grounded, earthy, stable sign of Taurus. One way this may show up is in partners or friends who in some way ground or stabilize or provide a foundation that allows you to do the deep transformational being of who you are. Taurus is very, again, grounded, stable, solid, sign of the earth, represents beauty, sensuality, the enjoyment and pleasure of just being in the earth and being in a body. And Scorpio represents the polarity of the very, very deepest, most transformational, magical, intense places that we can go into. So you can see how these energies can meet and dance and play. And I'll invite you to consider in all of your one-on-one relationships, how does that energy play out? And how can you allow yourself to meet and receive and be with Taurus energy in a way that supports you? And how can you bring your Scorpio rising energy to your partnerships in the way that they, on some level, are seeking? So this is about a beautiful dance. The seventh house, first house polarity here is about the partnership and the meeting of these energies and the blending and the harmonizing. How do you experience this? How do you show up as that Scorpio energy? And how does that Taurus, grounded, earthy, sensual energy show up in some way in the world to meet you? Let me know how this plays out in your experience. Please like and subscribe if this has been helpful. And if you've got seventh house ruling Taurus, that means your eighth house is ruled by Gemini. A lot of interesting secrets and what we'd call deep, dark stuff there. We'll talk about that in the next video. I'll see you there.